Okay, so looks like we have another problem. And this is why I don't take my car to shops. What's good, grind schoolers? It's your boy Rob, and we back in the shop today. So today we're not doing too much. I am going to mess with the Impala a little bit today. Something else came up on the Impala that I have to fix, and I created the issue myself. So what happened was the power steering fluid was like really low. So I just added some to it, and now the power steering fluid is bubbling because either one, there's air in the line, which could very well likely be the case, because I think when I added more to it, it was running, which you're not supposed to do, or the power steering that I added is mixing with the old power steering fluid and it's not correct. So I'm hoping that it's the first one, so that I could just open up the power steering cap, turn it lock to lock, get all the air bubbles out, and we're good to go, because I'm trying to get this car to the shop. If that is not the case, and I have to bleed the whole system, I'm not gonna like that too much, because I really don't feel like doing that. And the car needs to be ready to go to the shop next week. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. The computer did get fixed. Chevy was able to fix it, so it did fix my check engine light problem, which is the reason why I haven't taken the car to emissions. So since that's fixed, that's good to go. The car can get to emissions, but now we have to fix this power steering issue. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. I'll show y'all what I'm doing, what else is going on with the Impala, and then we'll move on. So before we get into the video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get a notification every single time we drop another video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so another thing is, obviously you can see the fender is off of the car again. Pretty much what I did was I went ahead and I just cut out the inner fender well, and I'll obviously cut it out and make it pretty. I just used some wire cutters to cut this out because it was frustrating me. As you can see, I like got it down to bare metal and stuff like that. I was using the body hammers, the dent puller, all that kind of stuff, the stud welder and stuff, and I couldn't get it right. It still was rubbing and scrubbing and stuff like that, because on this side it was bent in and it was like kept touching the wheel. So I did that, just cut out this section, this area, because I'm tired of dealing with it. Of course, I can go get another inner fender well. I had one, I should have kept it, but whatever. But I don't want to spend $150 for a new fender well when I could just cut out the section, because it attaches on this side and it attaches on this side. I can still get the fender on there and attach it, but this section here will just be cut out, and hopefully it doesn't kick rocks up into the fender. But I mean, it's the inside, so it's not even that big of a deal. So that was my solution to that. Like I said, I'll probably get the cutoff wheel and cut it off and make it look pretty. I just wanted to cut it with the tools that I had available, so that I could test it before the car goes to the shop. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and make that look pretty. Not today, but I'll probably spray it, put the primer and spray it again so it doesn't rust out. But for the most part, it's not scrubbing, it's not rubbing. I may have to bend it out a little bit more right here, or even cut out a little bit more material, because it does, if you hit a hard bump, it does come in contact with it a little bit. But I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, that stuff is pretty much all good to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the car out, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it lock to lock and hope that it's just the air bubbles that's in it and it's not because of the power steering fluid mixture, because I really don't feel like draining it and bleeding it and all that kind of stuff. So let me go ahead and pull the car out, turn it lock to lock, hope that that's the issue, and we'll be good to go. And I'll probably let you hear it. I'll probably warm the car up and let you hear what the power steering pump sounds like. It's really loud. It's really loud. It starts to get really loud as if the power steering pump is going out, or as if there's no fluid in there. So I'll turn the car on, let it warm up, let you guys hear what it sounds like, and then hopefully I can turn the lock to lock and push all the air bubbles out. So right now you can kind of hear it. It's still pretty quiet, but it's not boiling over yet. I'll show you what it looks like once it starts boiling over, or starts boiling. You can hear the power steering pump get really loud once it starts to heat up and everything, and then it'll start boiling. So hopefully we can just knock some of them air bubbles out and everything will be good to go, and then we can move on to the next issue. Okay, so looks like we have another problem. And this is why I don't take my car to shops. I hate doing it because there's always something wrong. The brakes seem to be like scrubbing or rubbing. I had all this stuff situated and figured out and fixed up, and everything was all good, but now it seems like it's really rubbing real good. So I don't know what that is. I guess I'm gonna have to put the car up in the air, see what's going on with my brakes, but that will not be happening until the car gets back from the shop, because it needs to go to the shop. It's gonna be cold all this week. We're expecting a blizzard, but you know, and I'm not gonna mess with it now. The car needs to get to the shop so that we can get done on the next phase of this car. I'm thinking it's the left side. I'll probably put it up in the air and see what's going on, but you know, for the most part I'm pretty frustrated at this point because, like I said, I take my car to a shop and it seems like there's something else wrong. I don't know if they dragged it onto the tow truck with the parking brake on or what, but all of that was fixed. Everything was all good, everything was all solid, and now for whatever reason it seems like there's an issue. I think it might have been the first tow truck driver, because he kind of jerked the car around a little bit, but whatever, man, it is what it is. We'll get it squared away, we'll get it figured out, and we'll get everything fixed. I think I see the issue. It's looking like this brake caliper is like coming off or something. Yeah, actually it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the car in the garage, and then I guess we'll get that fixed, I guess. Alright, y'all, you see how much louder it is? So now what we're gonna do is, you see the water boiling in here? What we're gonna do is turn it lock to lock, and I hope that we can get some of these air bubbles out so that problem gets fixed and we can quiet this thing down. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it lock to lock and hope that everything is good. And then I don't know, before the car goes to the shop, I guess I could fix this. It looks like, yeah, the whole entire I don't know if the bracket's coming off or what's going on here. I don't know how that happened, but looks like we're gonna have to figure that piece out. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it lock to lock, get the car into the garage, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so all I'm doing here is turning the wheel lock to lock, trying to get some of them air bubbles out. The car seems to be quieting down a little bit, so I'm hoping that fixes and resolves the issue, because I sure enough do not want to have to bleed all the power steering fluid. Like I said, this is my mistake. I put the power steering fluid into the car, and I didn't, you know, even think about, you know, replacing it, bleeding it, and doing all that good stuff. So this is my mistake. If this doesn't work, I'll go ahead and bleed the whole system or whatever, but that's not gonna happen until we get the car to the shop or whatever. I don't anticipate them driving it too far or whatever, so I shouldn't need to have that done. I wanted to get it to emissions, but now I gotta fix this brake caliper. Kind of looks like my bracket is broke or something. I don't know what the hell happened, but we'll have to look at that. So hopefully that fixes this, resolves the issue. Let's go ahead and see what's going on, and then I'll cut y'all back on. All right, y'all. My bracket is actually not broke. It looks like I just lost a bolt on this caliper bracket. How? I have no idea. I don't even drive the car, so I don't know if when the tow truck driver, the first one, when he pulled it back, something happened, or I don't know if they did something at Chevy. I don't know, you know, I can't really pinpoint this type of stuff. All I know is the car was good when it went there. Now it's not. So I guess what I'm gonna do is I'll just go get me another caliper bracket bolt, and we'll go ahead and bolt it up. And you know, I don't think I'll have to take the tire off to do all that. We'll just go ahead and slap it on, and that should fix that issue. The power steering issue, looks like I am gonna have to bleed the whole system, because unfortunately that didn't solve the bubbling issue. So yeah, like I said, my mistake. It is what it is. We'll do whatever it is that we got to do to correct it. But I did order some new door handles, because when I took these out, I kind of broke both of them. I also ordered some new headlights for the car, because obviously you can see those are like all oxidized and they're all yellow and ugly. So I ordered some new ones, some new headlights, stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part, everything is all good. I also got the little SS emblem that goes right here, so we'll throw that on there, and we'll get everything put together, figured out, taken care of, and the car will be solid. It'll be straight, everything will be good. So you know, but yeah, anyways, we're taking care of it. We're getting everything all solid, everything situated, everything all good. And then after next week, it will be going to the shop next week. I'm not gonna hold off on it. I was gonna hold off a little bit, but I want this thing to be ready for the summer. So we'll go ahead and throw another caliper bolt in there. Probably put a tiny bit of Loctite on there, just so it doesn't rattle loose or whatever happened. I don't know. And then after we do that, we'll go ahead and get it to the shop. So it does kind of like rub a little bit some more. I don't know if, you know, like I said, I'll probably cut all this stuff out just up until right here, so that the fender still has something to bolt onto. But you know, like I said, I don't really care about this. This was super damaged anyway. So it just needs to be cut out. I'll probably take it to the shop like this, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, everything else is pretty copacetic. Everything else is pretty good. So yeah. Alright, grind schoolers, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. I didn't end up fixing my issue, but I did uncover another issue, which clearly has to be fixed before the car goes anywhere. It's just a caliper bolt. It really does suck that you know, that issue has popped or reared its ugly head, because I've been trying to get this car to emissions and trying to get the car dialed in so that I can get the car road ready. But at least it happened while I was in the neighborhood next to the house, or I discovered it or noticed it next to the house. And it's not I didn't notice it like out super far while I was driving the car or something like that, because that would be horrific. But how I've discovered that was actually going on is I saw little metal particles back where the brake was, and I looked at both calipers, just going back and forth to see, like, measure the see the differences. And obviously this one on the driver's side looked like there was something going on, so I kind of looked in there a lot more, and I was able to push the caliper back and forth, so I discovered that was the culprit. Thankfully, it was something super simple, something super easy to discover. All it is a bracket bolt. Go ahead and bolt that in, and we should be good to go. Like I said, I don't know if, you know, it happened at the shop, the tow truck driver or whatever. All I know is the car was good when it went there. Now it's not. So yeah, but anyways, like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I didn't really get to solve my issue, so I think I'm gonna have to go with option number 2 and go ahead and bleed the whole power steering fluid issue, or power steering pump or whatever. That is my fault. I should have really actually went through the whole process initially in the first place, instead of just dumping power steering fluid in there. That was my bad, but it's not that big of a deal. I do have a bleeder kit, power steering pump bleeder kit type thing, so I'll go ahead and use that to take all the power steering fluid out, put some fresh power steering fluid in there, turn the car lock to lock, and get all the nasty stuff out of there, new stuff in there. We should be good to go. But yeah, like I said, I wish I would have fixed it. It is what it is. Maybe I can get to that part and fix this brake caliper before the end of the week, and just get it done, taken care of, and then the car can go to the shop. So anyways, thank y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. You don't know how much it means to me for y'all support, y'all's comments, y'all's likes, y'all shares, everything that y'all do. I appreciate it, especially if you've made it this far through the video. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. It means a lot. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get a notification every single time we drop another video. And always remember, work hard so you can live free.